Hey, fourth graders, we are going to go ahead and we are going to be subtracting or completing a activity on subtraction of whole numbers. So let's go ahead and get started. There's a cool Math Antics video that I will link down at the bottom after the presentation that you guys can watch. And here's just a fun little joke. So it says, "Hey man, could you spare a 10? It would really help me out." Why do you think they're saying that? Can you spare me a 10? Because we're going to have to regroup, because our 5 is going to have to regroup and give a 10 to the 7 and make him 17. Because 9 won't have enough to take away. That's so funny. Spare me a 10. I love it. Okay, so let's go over some vocabulary. In subtraction, we start with our minuend, okay, which is our whole, which is our total, and we subtract our subtrahend, okay, and then we get our total, or we get the number that is left over. Okay, so we have our minuend, which is 81. We have our subtrahend, which is 42. And then 39 is what we end with. That is our difference. That's a really big vocabulary word, difference. Okay, difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. So minuend, subtrahend, difference. And just another joke, which I love. Are you sure I make a difference? And then the addition symbol is saying I'm positive, because in addition we're being positive. So let's go over some ways of subtraction and just basic practice. It says, what is the difference between 4,395 and 727? Okay, so we're going to start with 4,395, and we are going to subtract 727. We have to make sure that we line up all of our digits. The ones place is lined up, the tens place is lined up, and the hundreds place is lined up. It's real important. And we go ahead and we start with the ones place. Can I take 7 from 5? Nope, so I'm going to have to regroup. I am going to regroup by taking a 10 and placing it here in our ones to be 15. So I didn't take a 10 away. The value is still the same. I just regrouped and I gave my ones another set of 10. So now I have more to work with. So now I can take 7 from 15, which gets me 8 ones. I then work in my tens place and I take 2 from 8 and I get 6 tens. I have 6 tens left over. And then I take 7 hundreds from 3 hundreds, and I can't do that, so I'm going to regroup again. I'm going to take 1,000, and I'm going to still have 1,000, but I'm going to regroup it to where the 3 is, so that I have 13 hundreds. So 7 from 13 is 5. And then 3 from nothing is 3, and I make sure I have my comma. So when we answer a question, what is the difference between 4,395 and 727, we get a difference of 3,568. Let's try one more. What is the difference between 14,395 and 15,204? Now, your first thing that most of you will want to do is just right away start setting up your problem, because 14,395 is the first number that you see. You're going to think that that's the one that goes on top, but it doesn't. you have to remember that we start with our whole. We start with our bigger number. Our bigger number is 15,204, and we are subtracting it or finding the difference from 14,395. Again, lining up your numbers is incredibly important, and you need to make sure that you're always doing that. We're going to start with our ones. Can I take 5 ones from 4? I can't. So when I go to regroup, I'm going to have to regroup not using the tens, but I'm going to have to regroup starting with my hundreds. Not taking away, I'm regrouping. I'm turning my 200s into 1. I'm turning my 0 into a 100. And then I'm going to take another 10. So now I have 90. And then my 4 is now 14 ones. So 5 from 14 leaves me with 9 ones. 9 tens from 9 tens is 0. I am trying to take 300s from 100s. I can't do it, so I'm going to regroup. And I'm going to get one from my 1000s. And it's going to turn into a 4, and my 1 is now a 1100. Can I take 300s from 1100s? Yes, and I am left with 800s. 4 from 4 is 0, and 1 from 1 is 0. And I can put my digits there, but it shows me the same thing. My difference is 809. So that is my difference between the two. So what you'll be doing is the same, just practicing what is the difference between two numbers. So I hope this helps you out, guys.